Hi, and thanks for joining me again today. We're still on James chapter 1, verse 19. Let every man be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Verse 20, for the wrath of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Now, as you're fully aware, I've been on this verse 19 for quite some time, and trust me, I've wanted to move on to more scriptures, but I really do feel that the Lord has got the handbrake on here, and for whatever reason, wanting to continue speaking about this topic about being quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. And obviously, it is an issue. I know that for me, I've been challenged in this area myself at times, that sometimes we can just slip into autopilot and the rest is history. And if any of us know, one of the best ways that you can maintain healthy relationships is not by being a good talker, it's by being a good listener and understanding people. And the only way we get to understand people is to listen to them and hear them out thoroughly. And I only learnt recently, an Asian culture, that when you are speaking, they will not speak until you have completely finished your whole conversation, and then when you are finished, and only then will they engage in conversation. And again, I just wonder how many disagreements and arguments this would avoid from the beginning. But today I just want to bring out some different proverbs from various different countries and cultures, and just to see that the problem exists all around the world of this issue about being swift to speak rather than hear. And again, we have two ears, one mouth. We need to use them proportionally. And obviously, Australia is not the only place in the world that struggles or has this problem. And so there's a Chinese proverb that says, man who knows little, say much, and man who say much, know little. An African proverb, man's silence makes a powerful noise. Isn't that interesting? Man's silence makes a powerful noise. Going back to our Chinese proverb, a man who knows little says much. He's got to prove himself. But a man who knows much says little because he doesn't need to prove himself. There's a Cuban proverb. It says this: listening looks easy, but it's not simple. And that again is rather deep, because it does involve some skills. There's a Turkish proverb: if speaking is silver, then listening is gold. Isn't that good? If speaking is silver, then listening is gold. There's an Argentine proverb, and it says, who speaks sows, who listens reaps. And I think that's a good one. Let me read it again. Who speaks sows. So whoever speaks, they're sowing. And whoever listens reaps. There's a Native American proverb. It says, listen, or your tongue will keep you deaf. I think that's a pretty good one. Listen, or your tongue will keep you deaf. So if we're doing all the talking all the time, we're not going to be hearing or learning much at all. There's another one here, is a Greek proverb, and it says, you talk too much, so shut up your face. Okay, I made that one up. We can move along from there. But these are just some of the proverbs that we can find that from various different places around the world, and it shows me that the same problem exists in humanity no matter where you go. And I think that gives us Aussies great comfort to know that we're not alone. But here again, let every man be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. And I believe if we put this into practice and really take heed of what the Word of God is saying, and we develop this and nurture this in our lives, I just wonder what the future will hold for us in our homes, in our friendships, relationships, wherever it may be. And I believe it can only do good in our lives. Anyway, join me again tomorrow. We'll continue along the same lines yet again. Until then, be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.